They told you the world was chaos. They told you the system was broken, that success is about luck, that pain is permanent, and people don't change. And you believed it, because believing it meant you didn't have to look in the mirror. But Confucius knew what most men spend their entire lives running from. When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inward and examine ourselves, and not examine at them, not complain about them, but examine ourselves. This is the root of power, the seed of change, the very first spark of the fire that will one day become your freedom. You are the cause of your chaos, and you are the architect of your escape. You are the one who lets the noise in. You are the one who silences your own potential every time you wait for someone else to validate your steps, reward your effort, or hand you the blueprint. But if you are brave enough to accept this, if you are willing to stand still long enough to hold your reflection in the firelight, you will see something incredible. All the answers you're searching for, they've been waiting for you to take ownership. Because responsibility is not a burden, it's a gift. It's the ignition key to a life of order, clarity, and deep internal peace. When Confucius spoke of self-discipline, he wasn't preaching austerity. He wasn't teaching perfection. He was describing the path to liberation. He said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." So what stones are you lifting today? Your life right now, in all its glory, all its flaws, is the exact outcome of the standards you've tolerated, the beliefs you've accepted, and the discipline you've applied. Nothing more, nothing less. If your life is chaos, it's not because the world is out to get you. It's because somewhere along the way, you chose comfort over clarity, distraction over discipline, excuses over execution. And that's not an accusation. It's a liberation, because what you chose, you cannot unchoose. No one is coming to rescue you, but no one has to bought, because you've had the power all along. The world will tell you to find yourself. Confucius tells you, build yourself. He says, the expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. And what are your tools? They are your habits, your focus, your attitude, your ability to delay gratification, your willingness to learn, to listen, and to act even when it's inconvenient, even when it hurts. You want transformation? Then get ready to become a different person, not because you fake it, but because you finally become honest about what you've been avoiding. Every moment you entertain a limiting belief, you are sharpening the weapon your future will use to defeat you. Every time you make a choice based on fear instead of faith, you add another brick to the wall that keeps your dreams on the other side. But it doesn't have to stay that way. The same man who falls 7 times, Confucius reminds us, can stand up 8. If he decides the ground is no longer his home. And that's the truth no one tells you. The moment you stop outsourcing blame, you reclaim your throne. The moment you say, This is my life, my story, my consequence, my power. That is the moment you become a force, not a victim, not a survivor, but a force of nature. Do not seek to be known. Seek to be worthy of being known. Your chaos has taught you. Now let your character define you, because it is not our circumstances that make us great. It's our response. And when you finally respond with courage, with discipline, with brutal self-honesty, the storm will no longer shake you. It will sharpen you. Every storm passes, but the man who uses it to grow, he doesn't just survive it, he outlives it. Let your life be a reflection of your choices, not your conditions. Let your freedom be your declaration, I am not my chaos. I am the clarity that rose from it. And that clarity, it doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing, from stepping into discomfort with your eyes wide open, from choosing the harder path, not because it guarantees a reward, but because it guarantees growth. Confucius said, to see what is right and not do it is want of courage. So ask yourself, where are you withholding your courage? Where are you betraying what you know you should do? You already know the next right step. We all do. The issue is rarely clarity. The issue is commitment, because clarity will whisper truth to you in the quiet. But commitment will drag you out of bed when your body protests. It will turn your intentions into armor and your routine into a sword. Commitment says, even if I fall, I rise aligned. But first, you must slay the lies that say you need more time, that someone else has it easier, that your past defines your future. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become next. And if you want freedom, if you want order, if you want peace, it will not come from waiting. It will come from deciding. You don't need more inspiration. You need more integrity. Integrity is doing the work when no one claps, showing up when there's no scoreboard, forging forward when the road offers nothing but silence. This is the Confucian way, not the loudest path, but the deepest one. Not the flashiest victories, but the most rooted wins. Because real success doesn't shout. It echoes through your character, through your consistency, through the energy you leave in every room you enter. You are not here to play small. You are not here to blend in. You are here to bring order to your inner world, so that your outer world bends to your discipline. Don't just control your time, just command it. Don't just hope for focus, train it. Don't just envy peace or earn it. You are already worthy, but worth is not proven by words. It's forged in action. So rise, because your chaos is not your enemy. It's your call to become more. The man who can command himself can command his future. The one who dares to master his emotions, his choices, his focus, that man becomes unshakable. Because no matter the circumstance, he brings the same energy, stillness, like a mountain, precision like a sword, faith like fire. That is the Confucian ideal, not perfection but harmony. Harmony between your inner world and your outer action, between your thoughts and your words, between your intentions and your execution. You cannot fake alignment. You can only live it. So stop waiting for clarity to hit like lightning. It comes from movement. It comes from discipline. It comes from the repeated choice to walk the honorable path when no one's watching. Because that's when it counts. That's when the real change is happening. When there's no applause, no spotlight, just you, the work, and the truth. Confucius said, "The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life." Also, ask. Ask what needs to change. Ask who you need to become. Ask what version of you is being built in the silence right now. And then listen. Because the answer is already in you, buried beneath the noise you've mistaken for life, the chaos. It was never the enemy. It was the mirror. But now you've seen enough. Now you know enough. And now you choose. Will you keep feeding the flames of your own destruction? Or will you rise, finally, into the man who walks through fire and comes out forged? You are the cause of your chaos, but you too are the dawn of your freedom. Live like it. Because if you don't, if you let this truth slip away again, the cost won't just be your peace, it will be your potential. And the world doesn't need another bitter man living beneath his capabilities. The world needs the version of you that doesn't flinch, that doesn't fold, that doesn't flee when life gets heavy. Confucius said, "The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions." So let your actions become undeniable. Let your discipline become your declaration. You are not here to prove your worth. You are here to live it, which means no more waiting, no more negotiating with mediocrity, no more letting temporary feelings dictate permanent outcomes. The chaos was loud. Let your clarity be louder. You will not always be motivated, but you can always be aligned. You will not always feel strong, but you can always act from strength, and that's what makes you dangerous. Your ability to act from alignment, to be grounded even in grief, focused even in fear, disciplined even in defeat, because there is power in pain, but only when you use it. Use it to fuel your routine. Use it to clarify your values. Use it to become the man you swore you'd be back when life first broke you. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your return. Return to integrity. Return to focus. Return to the vision you abandoned when comfort whispered lies to your ambition. Do not abandon yourself again, because your future is not built in the crowd. It is built in the quiet, where no one watches, where no one praises, where no one believes, until it's already done. So build. Build anyway, because the man who walks the quiet road becomes the man who commands the world. Walk it, quietly, powerfully, unapologetically. That is who you were born to become.